Hey everybody, and welcome. This is Good to Know. I'm your host, Lindsay Boach, and we have a really fun show planned for you. We're celebrating the accomplishments of kids and young adults who are doing amazing things in their communities. From starting businesses to reaching major milestones, grab the family, come hang out with us. We're sliding into 30 minutes of positivity. This is Good to Know.
I really just want people to be inspired to work within their community.
Thankfully, with the times that we had, this blossomed to what it is, and we're able to give back and also survive.
It's crazy that that can be so big and the results can be so enormous.
Just the fact that he went out of his way like he did I just couldn't believe it.
Right now, people need to feel a sense of love, and this really helps everybody to feel good and to bring people together, which is what this world needs right now.
I am so proud of you, and you've just made it through the hardest of times, but you're so special.
Our first amazing kid lives in Virginia. She's using her talents to help those who are less fortunate. She's the friend that we would all like to have.
I love making them. It's really fun.
The small sign at the Hollister house reminds neighbors outside.
It's a nice break from social media.
What kind of person lives inside?
From day one, just told, treat others with kindness and just do whatever you can to show them that you care.
Katie Hollister is making the most of 3 long months at home.
I've had hours and hours to myself not knowing what to do.
The 14-year-old's favorite pastime?
Each bracelet takes about a day to make.
Yarn, and lots of it.
I learned how to make my first friendship bracelet when I was 8 years old.
Katie is fine-tuning her skill.
I've been making them for 6 years.
These bracelets are a must-have for the teen from Henrico.
They are popular, yeah, especially over the summer. Everyone loves to rock a new friendship bracelet.
But Katie's friendship bracelets make more than a fashion statement. They are filling empty stomachs as well.
This bracelet is going to give someone breakfast tomorrow. That's just really cool to think about.
The freshman at Maggie Walker is selling her bracelets between $3 and $8.
Once I started it, I was just on a roll.
Every penny of profit is donated to feed more.
So I think when people look down and see their bracelet, it's like, oh, I did that. I helped someone have lunch today,
Between orders, donations, and matching grants, Katie has raised $3,000 and counting.
She just took it and ran with it, which is what Katie does.
Amy and Chris Hollister say their daughter is always putting others first.
The response has been overwhelming. Just much more than any of us would have ever hoped for.
She just likes to look out for people. She's always got your back.
And your wrist, too. Katie remains committed to her endeavor.
Hours will go by and I look up and it's dark outside. How did that happen?
While she's giving so much of her time and talents, Katie says she's the lucky one during her bracelet blitz.
It's crazy that that can be so big and the results can be so enormous.
This teenager hopes she can be an inspiration to others.
My advice would just be to start something. Don't wait. The present is the best time.
Katie Hollister, proving small acts of kindness go a long way.
Katie's the best. She sure is. Right all the way through to her heart. She sure is.
Weaving kindness and wrapping wrists with lots of love.
Anyone can have an impact. It doesn't matter if you're 14, it doesn't matter if you're 18, it doesn't matter if you're 70. You can still help the community. So yeah, it feels great.
Sweet and tart. That's how to describe Keurig's lemonade. The 9-year-old CEO opened her own lemonade operation about a year ago.
I thought that my business would be very well successful.
And since then, it's been just that. This week, she has 50 bottles and 10 jugs to fill for 2 customers.
I want them to feel like it tastes good and make them feel happy.
Keurik's mother, Nikki Burt, says the business is a family affair, and her goal is to teach Keurig valuable life lessons.
Dad and I think it's very important that Keurig knows how to make her own dollar. And then we also want her to understand the value of a dollar.
With business booming, Keurig decided to take a month's worth of profit and give back by purchasing food and treats for animals at the Wisconsin Humane Society.
I really wanted a rabbit, but I couldn't get one. But I still wanted to donate to all the animals, and I wanted to be happy.
Nikki says she's proud of her daughter's desire to help others.
She understands that it's a bigger picture. It's not about just making money. It's about helping someone else.
She hopes Keurig understands not only the responsibility of running a business, but more importantly, taking care of your community.
When you earn that dollar, that you take care of the ones behind you. Once you realize what success is, it's not for you to keep it in. It is for you to give back and take care of your community.
So today we brought the radishes that we've grown in the garden.
Talk about a rad school project. Students at UIndy are learning a lesson about planting seeds of goodwill while feeding their community.
They are learning how important it is to be able to understand what the needs of the communities are and how to engage with the community so that we can address those needs in a meaningful manner.
It started back in the spring in this community garden. 3 months later, they're harvesting fruits and veggies for families who need it most.
But being able to actually contribute and be someone that grows produce and delivers it to people so that they can have food and have like good, healthy options that aren't just like ramen from the store, it really gives me a sense of pride within my community.
Actually being able to have my hands on it and watch it flourish throughout the season and now seeing it go to people, I think there's sort of an art.
I really just want people to be inspired to work within their community, even if it's not gardening, especially in times like these. There's so many opportunities to help those in need.
From nerves to excitement, making a new friend is helping this Florida boy better understand his community.
For Nicholas Maxwell, music comes natural. The 12-year-old doesn't have any trouble understanding the notes or melodies, but for his parents, they know outside of this house, life lessons won't come as easily.
When I saw that those officers kneeling on George Floyd, I had a lot of compassion for him. I don't like seeing things like that.
Nicholas's dad says what came next left him speechless.
He looked at me and said, I'm afraid that's going to happen to you.
Not sure of how to respond, he says he looked on Facebook and saw a post on his neighborhood's group page from a West Palm Beach police officer.
And he said, 99% of us officers, just know that we are against this. We're just as upset as you are. And I thought, there's my response.
Nicholas's dad posted about the experience in the group's page. That's when the officer reached out.
He responded to say, it really touched me, thank you. And a couple of days later, he messaged me and said, I have an idea.
I got real patches.
Officer Dustin Moore brought his friends from the West Palm Beach Police Department, the Martin County Sheriff's Office, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and their families to get to know their neighbors.
I felt excited to see them.
And the best tribute that I can pay to George Floyd is to raise a well-adjusted young man.
There's so much more that's good to know. A stranger makes a slam dunk impression on 2 boys, and the mom is out to thank him.
He might not have even thought twice about it and hasn't thought about it since, but he really touched me and my family.